allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Blower,
Yes.
trustee McGurran,
Yes.
trustee Young.
Yes, ma'am. All right, topic tonight is recent social media posts. So since we're going to open it directly up to the public, we read this to you. Individuals who wish to address the board must speak from the podium and state their name and address for the record. Points should be made clearly and concisely within the 5-minute limit. One person's time may not be yielded over to another. Comments should be made directly to the board with courtesy and respect. Any responses from the board will be delivered in kind. So, we have a list of people who would like to speak?
We're not there yet. There's needs to be discussion of the topic first
Okay.
and then public.
Right, and I want everybody to speak up a little bit because my hearing aid's been dead.
All right. Do you want to speak first, Dave, and talk about any of
Okay, all
what went on? And then Keith, if you want to talk, I'm ready
right,
to.
I'll put out my part.
Yep.
I'm gonna go back to 2011 when Chief Strecker left the department. Why did he leave the department? He left the department because city council was not backing him. And the city council have never really backed the police department whatsoever. During the riots, they were trying to get the police department to fold under and do all kinds of stuff they weren't taught to do, but they had some extra training. Okay, so they did that. City council has not addressed the problem they have down there, and that's a shame. So what I saw on social media the other night, I was appalling. Now, I said some comments. Maybe I shouldn't have said them. I was upset with what I saw, and I think it was wrong with what was happening. If I said something wrong and I offended somebody, I'll do it right now. I'm making a public apology for it, and I'll leave it at that. If I said somebody, upset somebody, I'm sorry at that, but, I'm entitled to my opinion, and I kept it that way. So that's all I have to say.
I don't have a public statement at this time. I'm just standing by for our executive session to speak amongst the board.
For
I
the
don't-
record, there won't be one tonight. There's nothing that qualifies.
Oh, is that right? Okay,
Correct.
I thought we were going to adjourn to executive
No,
session.
sir.
Okay, then I guess I will say a few things. After seeing a social media post, I believe on Fox, which was copied in amongst the internet, Ross talks back. I'm beside myself with that type of a post from a public official, especially when I stand on this board. I will be honest and straight out with you. Honestly, I don't think I should say it at this time. But my feelings are it's very poor taste. Something like this shouldn't be said for a public official that represents all of us, this whole board sitting up here, and the township itself. I don't think there's a place for that. That's all I have.
N-word. N-word. As we sit in the shadow of the National Underground Railroad Freedom Center, if there's anyone in this building that thinks using that word is okay in 2025, I'd like for you to stand at that podium, state your name and address for the record, and tell me why. And I don't want you using the First Amendment rights to do it. Yes, we have the First Amendment right to say what we want to say and do what we want to do. But just because we have the right to say something, it doesn't mean it's something we should say. It is not my position to judge one's heart, but I may judge one's words or actions. What we say matters. What we do matters. As a Christian, a father, a husband, and as an elected official of this community, I hold myself to a higher standard. I will not lead from the back. I will lead from the front. The comments of one person are in no way representative of myself or the township that I'm honored to serve. I am concerned about the ability of all of the departments, being the police department, the fire department, to operate effectively from a recruiting, a hiring, in a moral and a morale standpoint. I am concerned about how the business of this local government can operate effectively with this situation. From the bottom of my heart and from the depths of my soul, I am sorry for the comments that were made by one person and their reflection on this community that I love. Comments that encourage or fan the flame of an already volatile situation are not acceptable for many government leaders. It is with those thoughts in mind and the ability to effectively serve the people of Ross Township that I asked Mr. Young to voluntarily step down from this position. We are open for public comment. Trustee Blower and I have stated our positions, and we have a couple of people here that would like to speak. We're happy to listen to what you have to say. And
We just ask that you come to the podium, state your name and address. And
that
that's
should
fine.
be Angela Brewer.
Me or myself in any way. And the sad fact that if you offended anybody, you're sorry. You need to go. You need to go. Thank you.
Doug Frakes. Sir, if you'll state your name and your address for the record.
Freights 2980 Hamilton Scipio Road. I agree with Keith and Michelle's comments. We elected 3 council members to represent in us, township. And we have the expectations, a high expectation. We have 3 people that make all these decisions for us. That's all we have. Not a team of 20, there's 3. And when one of them comes out with hate speech, that reflects on the 3 of them and all of us, and is completely unacceptable for you as a human being, as a man of stature, to use the language you use and then excuse yourself as saying, I'm sorry if I offended someone. Well, you offended this entire community, and it's in your heart. It's dark. You have a dark spot in your heart, and we need love right now. We need understanding. We need dialogue. And you're just perpetuating the evil that's going on around us. And how can you represent us? How can you, as a man, represent us after this day? I don't know. So you do need to resign. You need to reflect on what you did and pray. Because we need a better world than you're providing us. You're not man enough.
Your comment, young man. Anyone else?
If you didn't fill out a form, that's fine, but just state your name for the record.
John Fisher, 2420 Brenda, Hamilton, Ohio, 45013. Mr. Young, I took 2 of the comments that you made and snapshotted those and put them in front of each of the trustees. Did you look at each of those cameras and read the 2 statements that you posted?
I read those,
Did you read them to the audience?
and I already said what I said.
So David Michael Young in the top one. You want to read that?
I'm not denying I said it.
Why won't you read it now?
See?
Why won't you read it now?
Why should I agree? If you're.
I think that you're embarrassed.
You can-
I
you
think
can
you're
challenge that
embarrassed
all
to
you
read it.
want. You can challenge that all you want, Mr. Fisher. There's no need to see it. If anybody wants to read it, it's right here. If you want to read it, it's on social media.
Is there a reason why you won't read it? Under David Michael Young, the first comment that you made is,
My
quote,
first comment was
starting with the word 10.
10 on 1.
Keep going,
It is not, and I don't have the word spelled right.
keep going.
It's called nigrify, okay? That was a saying.
I'm sorry, could you say it a little slower?
I said, it, okay?
What is it?
Mr. Fisher, my second statement. Since they have the problem, and they will always have a problem with their black citizens, their animals, not all, I should have said, not all, but they won't change because the city won't come down on what's happening downtown.
Could you just
Can
read
I
your statement?
read it?
Read your statement, please.
That's as far as I'm going to go, Mr. Fisher.
Why won't you read the rest?
What else is there to read?
Are you embarrassed of the statement that you made?
I read the statement.
Are you embarrassed of the statement?
I'm embarrassed to the point I should not have made it. I already made a public apology. I already made amends with my God. And if you have a problem with that, I can't help it. I ask for forgiveness from my God. I should have done that. I agree. But I thought we're a Christian nation. You know, so anyway, hey,
Do you think this is a Christian statement that you made?
what did I just say?
Do you think it's a
It
Christian
it
statement?
wasn't a correct statement. It was not a correct statement to make. And I
Do you,
apologize for
do you
it.
feel that you
And I
should
leave-
resign your
Mr.
position
Fisher.
at this point?
I leave it at that.
Do you think you should
I'm
resign
not
your
talking
position?
anymore to you.
Yes or no? Trustee Lauer, do you feel that Mr. Young should resign his position? I do. And I asked the two chiefs, do you think what happened hurts the morale of each of your departments?
Absolutely.
This is how they get it.
Very good. Thank you.
That's it. Said things I should not have said. I was upset with, and I've had some experiences because our business at the time was down in the West End. And there's a lot of good people in every color. I don't care what color you are. And there's bad people in every color there is. And my comment was made for those people that were creating the actions that they were creating on fully defenseless and helpless people. And you can shake your head all you want, Mr. Fisher.
Listen to the
You know,
point.
but the point is, I made a statement I should not have made. I offended some people and you're here. Okay, I apologize and I deeply apologize. But I will not step down. And that's my final statement.
Section 3.08 of the Ohio Revised Code provides for proceedings of the removal of public officers. I've spoke to attorneys today. I've spoken to people in Columbus. And in order for that to happen, we would be up against a time issue. It requires 15% of the electorate that voted in the past presidential election to petition for that. It would be petitioned and put on the ballot in November, which is when the next election for the trustee positions are. So that's kind of where we are. I asked the attorneys that I spoke with how long that procedure takes and was told that it would probably take well beyond the period of the next election. So I thought you would probably want to know that if that's where we were, but that's where we are. Anybody has any questions? I'll answer anything anybody wants. See this November,
This November,
this November.
you can vote him.
You can vote for whomever you who's to best serve the township of Ross.
And run a big campaign, big billboard up. House in the street.
Felt driven to do that, yes.
Happens from here.
The honest answer is I don't know. There'll be further discussion. If Mr. Young has a change of heart, then we would move in that direction. If he does not, then the trustee board remains intact. That's not our laws or ordinances here. That is the Ohio Revised Code. That's something we can talk about. And you? According to the attorneys I spoke with today, no. Or two. They both said the same thing. In addition to other higher ranking officials in Columbus. Ellen?
So explain it simply. So if he wanted to take him, Mr. Young resigned, we would go around and get 15% of the people that voted for the last presidential election.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
And that all would have to be done by what date?
Next Friday to
This
be on the
Friday?
November ballot.
That would put it ballot.
That would,
Or we can simply wait, see if he has anybody running. Vote against him. Either way. For him or against him. Is he in a position to have somebody run against him if there is somebody on the ballot?
there is one other person that has pulled their petition that is on the ballot. There are two other people, to my knowledge, that have pulled petitions that are not yet registered at the Board of Elections.
Two trustees to be
So
on the
there,
ballot.
there's two. Mr. Blower is not seeking reelection. And,
It's not.
and Mr. Young,
So, and Mr. Young is the other person running.
correct.
So if another person runs and they choose to run against Mr. Young, do they both have to run against in Mr. Blowers?
You would have to ask that to the Board of Elections because at this point, I believe both seats, if we would normally have two seats up. Mr. Young was filling, I can't remember which one of you did what, but basically his term is ending and there are two vacated seats. I don't believe you have the ability to pick and choose at this point. I think that it's just the top two vote getters.
And to be clear, there are, again, three people that I'm aware of that have petitions. They're just not all registered at the BOE, in addition to Mr. Young.
When did they quit running against each other?
I think that's only when you're running in the last election, someone was running to fill the remainder of Tom Wilsey's seat, and one was your vacated seat, which was over in its natural course. At that point, they had to declare which one they were running for. In a normal two-person cycle, it's the top two vote getters, is my understanding.
And Neil?
Yeah, I just wanted to comment. Great that you have open users. I have attended many meetings, and a lot of people have asked me and the trustee board, and I was sort of avoiding it for negative reasons, but when I saw that today, I actually just pulled my.
That's,
That will be 4.
And that was one of my great concerns, is how the government of the township now moves forward for the next 4 months. That's something we'll have to work on together. We have the situation that we have, and do that professionally. What was the first part of your question? I accept his apology as a man to man, but the behavior needs to be dealt with.
The apology for the statement that was made is unapologetic.
Closing action. Motion number 25-090 to adjourn the meeting. I need a second.
Second?
Discussion?
Yes, I have something. Dave, I would like to ask you again to reconsider your resignation. From your social media post, you have lost the public's trust, hence the title of trustee.
Well, that's a matter of a few people.
That's
Not
just a mistake.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I will not change my position here.
I honestly believe that with that statement, you're hurting.
I said something I shouldn't have said. I apologize for what I said. And I can't revoke what I said, but I can apologize for it, and I will keep my mouth shut. Should never have said it, but I was upset with what was going on, so I hold it to that. Roll call.
Trustee McGurran,
Yes?
trustee Blower,
Yes.
trustee Young.
Yes, ma'am. Next meeting will be here the 7th of August, 6 o'clock.
Thank you all.
Thanks everyone for attending.
Anil, what